Hello and welcome to another bonus episode of Kill James Bond. I am November Kelly. I am joined, as always, by my friends Abigail Thorne and Devon.
Hello, gentle listener.
Ni hao, fine shit. How are we doing on this beautiful Chinese morning?
Goes to China once voice.
Don't know if you guys knew this, but I went to China. I might
the
bring
Chinese
it up once
century
or twice.
begins now on this podcast, weirdly.
Yeah.
We are the ones ushering it in.
It's a century called the Chinese century that begins now and does not end.
It's going to begin somewhat critically with the movie The Wandering Earth, because I think you're the one, Abby, who referred to this as Chinese Armageddon.
Yes.
And it is, in all of the good and bad ways. It is just Chinese Armageddon.
I think it's an improvement.
They've got Chinese Aerosmith. They've got Chinese Liv Tyler.
Yeah.
Chinese Bruce Willis.
I think it's an improvement on Armageddon.
We've got Chinese Samoa, which I think is Australia.
Yeah,
I guess.
There's not as much rape in it.
No, there's almost none.
Almost none, which is one of the things you can say about a movie that you want to like.
Almost
Kill
none.
James Bond endorses multipolarity, but not this movie necessarily.
No, not necessarily this movie, no.
Not necessarily
Is this the first Chinese movie we've done on the podcast?
Yes, I think all the other ones have been Hong Kong movies from before reunification.
Oh, cool.
So yes.
I have a few Chinese movies that I want to throw at either this or Big Gay Solve Crimes. So there will be more, but this was a huge blockbuster in China. It was like, at the time, I think by far the biggest grossing film in China, like in its year, maybe in its decade. It's still up in the top 10. It's this huge phenomenon, The Wandering Earth.
And it then got distributed in the West on Netflix, listeners, so you can probably see it there if you want.
Yeah. They're doing, they did a sequel, they're doing a third one.
Really?
Again, it's,
It's a sequel? Oh my
the
God,
sequel is like
sequel?
kind of a prequel, yeah.
It's a prequel,
fuck that, no.
But it's this sort of like huge prophecy. It's based off of a short story by Xi Jinlo, the same guy who did Three Body Problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I've read a couple of this guy's
Fun.
short stories. Pretty good. You know, I don't know what the fuck I'm judging based on. Really good.
You're entitled to a critical opinion as a reader of the thing, I think. But like,
there's a little bit of chauvinism in there that I think you can detect through this movie as well that I will want to talk about.
Absolutely.
But, yeah.
Absolutely. Also, before we talk about The Wandering Earth and its qualities, I do need to get on record, right? Because sometimes, especially with a Fast and Furious movie, it's like I'll be watching it in like a really foul mood and like I already know that I'm not going to like it, right? In order to evidence that I gave this a fair shake, I watched this with my wife, whom I love, with like dinner that she cooked. She made pasta with a bottle of wine. It was a basically sort of perfect experience, and I was ready to let that sort of color the experience for me. I was ready to have a lovely time and go, yeah, okay, I put my thumb on the scale a bit in order to have the best possible time. I still didn't like the movie. So I tried. I really tried.
I like it. I like that it's dumb.
Overall, I had a good time, but it promises something in the first like 45 minutes that it just doesn't quite deliver.
Yeah, there's a really steep drop off after like minute 30, I would say.
No.
But this is also a truck movie. It is also part of
It's
truck.
It's a trucker ass movie. I think you just don't like it because there's a white person in it and you're racist against white people.
That is true, but we'll get into that. We will get into this. But so we begin with a bunch of communist film studio logos, which is one of my favorite things.
Every conceivable film studio has gotten that gets in on this one,
including Tencent, the makers of TikTok.
Yeah, apparently Alibaba as well.
Alibaba as well. Yeah.
And we're on the beach in a dystopian, but not as dystopian as it's going to be future. Bit like the dystopian, but not as dystopian as it's going to be present we live in now. Where there is a little kid, a little boy who I know. It's
I know. Sometimes
the
it
warmest
hits you.
summer of your life so far. Listen, I can balance this out. The most Chinese summer of your life so far.
Yes. It's going to get independent tropical whales might actually happen. We're going for it, boys.
But
the tropical
like
things for sure.
Father and son on the beach with like older friend and uncle functionally, and the view from the beach is like sort of half sunken city, right? But they're still having like a barbecue because
like a massive construction project.
Huge,
thing.
great construction
Dome
on the horizon.
City, yeah.
Yeah, they're building Dome City.
Building Dome City.
Shit.
I'm going there. I'm getting a visa to Dome City.
You don't need a visa to go to Dome City anymore, so long as you're going for under 90 days.
Well, in this movie, they established that half the Earth's population gets into Dome City and the other half dies. So
The other half are just like floods.
Yeah, it's like
a
basement in that way.
Yeah.
I guess it's like basement in a couple of ways. But so this kid is having explained to him by the two adults that his dad is going into space, right?
Yes.
And his dad is like, listen, don't worry. Yeah, you're going to miss me. But when you do, just look up and I will be a star. Like you'll be able to see me from Earth.
Yeah. He'll be away for like, 17 years? And then he will be coming back.
Yes.
And he also mentions to the older guy is grandpa, right? That is the grandpa.
That's my.
He mentions to the grandpa, like, because I'm an astronaut and I'm going on this mission, you and the little boy Chi will be able to get into the underground city without drawing lots. So you get a guaranteed place, or rather, he does, and he's allowed to take one carer with him.
And this is obviously a source of some regret. I am penciling in here dead wife.
Yeah.
And because he's like, it was the only way, right, to do it. So raise my son, please, while I'm in space. And then we jump forward through a montage.
Yeah, we get the whole setup of this sort of setting,
and I love this.
This rocks.
I really like this.
Rocks.
Here's the thing: if you have a really high concept thing, as we established with, for instance, most recently, Big Trouble in Little China with like magic, right? You establish that fast and hard, and you go bang, magic real, or in this case, fuck the climate, right?
Yeah. Shit, it's happening.
The climate is
sun's gonna
happening.
Explode.
Luckily, everybody panicked so hard that the UN is on the case.
Yeah,
this is.
I love this. So we established that, like, okay, the climate keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and then we discover, actually, it's because the sun is dying and is going to expand and swallow up the entire solar system.
Or some shit. Yeah.
So we established a one world government. You just did that straight away.
That in one shot. In
Step
one shot, the
government.
UN, the United Nations, established a one world government.
Yeah. The United Earth government, just boom, government done.
One day you're walking around, next day the expanse.
You imagine being Angela von der Leyen getting the phone call. You're in charge of Earth right now. Okay, Israel has a right to exist. Number one.
Ooh.
Well, that's the second thing is there's an Israeli flag in that shot when they say we established the world government. I'm like, they're part of it. Good for them.
The Israeli government are mentioned later on and explicitly confirmed to be haters and wrong, which I do kind of like. But anyway.
Yeah. But so we establish a one world government.
World government. The sun is going to expand and swallow up the telescope system. So we gotta get the fuck out of here.
We gotta shift Earth,
the
baby.
Bricks. Yeah, and this is
can leave.
SpongeBob, we have to take Earth and push it somewhere else.
Yeah, this is a concept last explored in Futurama of all things, but it's a really arresting one, which is we move the fucking Earth. Thus the title, right? We build a bunch of rocket engines on the surface of Earth. First thing we do is we stop it rotating. The second thing we do is we just fire it off and get the fuck out of the sun and the solar system and go to Alpha Centauri, which is going to take like 2,000 years.
Yes, it is. And because whilst we're doing that, obviously the surface of the Earth is going to freeze, hence the underground cities where we're going to live. Yeah.
Sick. There's like 10,000 fucking engines. There are so many shots of just Earth, like from space, covered in little like rocket dots.
Yeah.
So sick.
It doesn't work for visuals.
There's one other little detail, which is that there's going to be like a big space station that's going to go out in front of us, like 100,000 kilometers in front, to act as kind of like navigation and guidance, right? And that's what Chi's dad is going to be on.
So two things, right? Thing one, I am on board with Project Wandering Earth, so long as every person on Earth gets astronaut wings. I think you legally have to make everyone a pilot at that point.
Well,
if you're
not
turning
everyone,
all of
because
Earth
only
into a
half of everyone.
Well, yeah, we'll get
half
there.
of everyone into an astronaut.
Yeah.
Immediately 3.5 billion dead.
Yeah, the steps as it go are stop Earth rotating,
Yeah.
deal with consequences of that,
Yeah.
launch rockets, and then get out of solar system.
Why do we stop it rotating?
I guess just to like set it like flat. I don't know why it couldn't be kind of rotating as they went.
Sometimes you just gotta do some shit. Listen, we did one world government in one day. This is not a sort of like particularly thought through plan. The other thing is this space station that Lou's dad is on.
Yes.
Is called, it's called the International Space Station, which, guys, I'm so sorry. I've doomed Project Wandering Earth already. But second of all, it's called the Navigation Platform International Space Station, or NPIS. And
piss.
They do just have that in the back of a bunch of shots and expect me not to laugh at it, but it's funny every time.
They love an acronym.
Yeah, but so the deal is, phase 1, we stop the rotation of the Earth, and
which, listeners, as would happen in real life, causes enormous tsunamis that flood all the... Because the oceans keep moving for a while. So enormous tsunamis, 3.5 billion people dead straight away, and then all of that freezes.
Sort of inertia.
Because all the stuff on the dark side of the Earth obviously freezes first, because it's cold.
Yeah, we make it fairly explicit that the one world government, what it's done is... go, okay, we're in Shirley Jackson's The Lottery now, except it's half of you, right?
Yes.
So, like, if you don't win the lottery, if you don't fucking Oliver Swanwick this shit, you don't get to go in the Fallout vaults, right?
It's a classic apocalypse cinema trope. Shows up in 2012. Perfect.
Here's the thing as well. There's going to be a lot of things that I talk about in this movie that are going to be just me referencing other science fiction things.
That's okay.
That's intentional on the part of the movie, I think.
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
is very much in dialogue with these things. I don't think you can write this movie without having a familiarity with like vaults from Fallout, right? Because a lot of these are vaults from Fallout, brackets, Chinese. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Classic underground city. Shows up a lot. Yeah, this is very much like I would call it a Chinese answer to the movies that we're going to find ourselves talking about.
Yes, very much so.
I do want to pull this out very brief. One of the shots is of a gun monument with the barrel twisted up and around to show that the world is now focused on peace instead of all that bullshit.
That's real.
Is that real?
That is outside the UN headquarters in New York.
That's so stupid. Yeah, I thought it was the UN in New York.
Yeah,
that rocks.
it is.
I love it as a concept.
Awesome.
Like, when do we start?
I love
That's
that
awesome.
monument.
It's good. It's good. Listen, I'm willing.
Tom and Jerry
I'm willing to. I have said this many times. We'll do it when we do War Season and we do Battle of Jadottville. I am willing to lib out about the UN. Right?
Yes.
It is an attempt at an actual liberal institution, and it's been a huge failure. But like, that's not even really its fault necessarily. Anyway,
I should say as well, the setup of the Earth. All of the rockets are on sort of the top of it, and it's been rotated onto its side. So it's not like China is cold and like Europe is hot or anything. It's all quite cold, and the like
it's minus 80 on the
ocean
surface.
is hot.
Yeah, and a whole generation, because we jump forward 17 years, a whole generation has like grown up in the vaults with like sort of vault like fake sunlight and fake outdoors scenery and stuff. Although they know it's underground.
Yeah,
we're introduced to the sort of the stepdaughter character Duodo taking the fucking goat.
Yeah. She's taking the school
She's
test,
like in school doing foreshadowing class. Do you remember in foreshadowing class when your teacher would always be like inspirational monologue for later in the movie?
Yes,
I do remember that.
absolutely.
Yeah. That's why I'm so normal.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still waiting to bust out the inspirational monologue from foreshadowing class, but I think I could do that at any time, really.
I was always doing this. I was doing this in place of instruction mostly. I was just doing like monologue. Eventually, this will all ring true for you.
Yeah, one day you're going to have to save the planet from climate.
Whoa. It's been about 15 minutes. You know what fucking time it is. If you want to hear the rest of this Chinese episode of Kill James Bond, you're going to have to head on over to our Chinese Patreon at patreon.com/killjamesbond and sign up now for as little as 500 yuan a month. You can get a hold of the rest of this episode as well as our 5 years of backlog